Welcome to a quick introduction of the Wind for Schools project management spreadsheet developed by the South Dakota Wind Application Center. To begin, we'll download the spreadsheet from the South Dakota Wind Application Center website. You have to type in the URL wac.sdwind.org/how-to, as this is not linked from any of our other pages. Once on the how-to page, you will see in the table of contents a project management. Under 5, the project management tool and download page. We'll open this using the latest version of Excel, as some of the features are not compatible with older versions. Another note about using other spreadsheet programs will be the zoom. It's recommended that you use at least 100%, 125 or 150 is preferred. Some of the fonts are small to make sure that all the content can fit on one page, so just for ease of use, using a higher zoom is recommended. The first page is the instructions, which outlines the purpose of this document and gives a few indicators of some features within. The most notable being the red warning messages, helping guide you through the project and making sure that you've completed all the necessary steps. And then yellow highlighted areas being where you enter information. The comment about 100% zoom. Different help notes come up as a red triangle in the corner, and we'll have comments and resources that you can go to. A link to the website where we're continually updating the documentation, and then a link to contact us with any improvements or comments that you would like. So if we switch tabs from the instructions to the enter info here, we come to the main page where we can update the heading, which will be on all the pages, to be customized to the school. And then the contacts, the first being the error bar, which this is not accessible by the user because we want you to complete the features instead of overriding them. The contact information header for the first page, and then comments on recommendations that we have, again with the red triangles. These are not yellow, but they are accessible for typing. The reason that they're not yellowed is that these are recommended fields, so you can fill them out. And customize them as needed. If there's a field, such as the Certified Southwest Wind Power Installer, if you don't feel you need an installer and you want to just white out that area, you can delete it. But if you feel that you might be needing a reminder to complete that area later with some other information, you can enter a period, and the period will invoke the yellow highlight feature to remind you to complete it later. And that's the case throughout the entire document. Entering a period in any of the text fields will cause it to turn yellow. Not only does the contact information get entered here, but to help save time and reduce redundancy, it also fills in other portions of the document. So Bob Smart has been added down as the administrative sign-on because he was taking that primary contact place, and we can add someone else, or as I mentioned before, we can just delete this area so that it doesn't show up, or add the periods if we decide, well, now we do need some information. At the bottom of the first page is some information about each of the schools for the Wind for Schools projects, more for documentation and impact statistics. How many people are you affecting with this project? It might be used to help evaluate, and maybe you use this first contact page as a way to have people apply to the program. Of course, one of the main things you need in this project is approval to do it, and as this error bar indicates, approval is not received. So let's check this box and say that approval is needed, or maybe it's not applicable. We don't need approval. That's also an option, depending on what type of organization you're working with. And if it's maybe in transition, we'll use a hash mark, and we still need to get that done so the error bar doesn't go away. But we'll say we completed it. Our teacher champion, if we were to fill out the information above, would automatically filter in, but this is also editable in this location as well. Utility cooperation. It's good to have contact information for the various utility partners, and this information can be entered here or on the contact page. The name of the utility provider, for your records, and then some recommendations, some in-kind construction, interconnection, or 3-year maintenance commitment. With Southwest Wind Power installers, they usually cover the maintenance for you, but maybe we need a financial commitment from our utility for incentive. And the various levels of agreement we can enter from the drop-down menus, again in the yellow fields. And they didn't agree to 3 years, but maybe 2 years, so 24 months. Some notes, and then we get to the community members, where we want to talk to our neighbors, make sure we do that, and give a presentation to the teachers. Maybe not, we haven't accomplished that, but we want to say that we're working on it, setting up the scheduling so we know where we're at. So we put pending.